Every retirement video on YouTube talks about $500,000, $750,000, $1 million. Here's the thing, that's not most Australians. The median super balance for someone aged 65 to 69 in Australia is roughly $218,000. Half of all Australians your age have less than that. So let's talk about the number that's actually sitting in most people's accounts. $250,000. Above the median? Not a disaster, not a golden ticket. What does it actually get you? Week to week, day to day, honestly.
First, the good news. And there is good news. At $250,000 in super, as a single homeowner aged 67, you sit below the full age pension lower assets test threshold of $321,550. That means you qualify for the full age pension, every cent of it. From March 2026, the full pension for a single is $1,290.90 per fortnight. That's $31,223 per year, including all supplements. You also get the pensioner concession card, prescriptions at $7.70, bulk billing incentives, energy supplements, council rate reductions, in some states cheaper car rego. Over a 20-year retirement, that card adds up to $30,000 to $50,000 in savings.
Your $250,000 in super at a 5% drawdown rate, the minimum for ages 65 to 74, that's $12,500 per year, tax-free because you're in retirement phase. So your total income in year one of retirement looks like this. Full age pension, $31,223. Super drawdown, $12,500. Total, $43,723 per year, or about $840 per week. That's not the comfortable retirement standard of $54,000, but it's above the modest standard of $35,503. You're between modest and comfortable, the Australian middle ground.
Now, let's make that $840 a week real. You own your home outright. That's the assumption, and it matters enormously. No mortgage, no rent. Just rates, insurance and maintenance. Roughly $5,000 to $7,000 per year, depending on where you live. Groceries, about $130 to $160 per week for one person. You shop at Aldi or Woolworths, you're not buying Wagyu steak, but you're not eating Weet-Bix for dinner either. Good quality food bought sensibly. Utilities, electricity, gas, internet, phone, roughly $200 per month. Your pensioner concession card gets you a discount on the energy bill depending on your state. Let's call it $150 after concessions.
Car, a reliable second-hand car you already own. Annual costs including rego, insurance, servicing and petrol, about $4,500. Health, your bulk bill where possible. Prescriptions at $7.70. Private health insurance is optional at this income level, but possible at basic hospital-only cover for about $1,500 per year. Many people at this income drop private health and rely on the public system. Let's add it all up. Housing costs, $6,000. Groceries, $7,500. Utilities, $1,800. Car, $4,500. Private health or equivalent, $1,500. That's $21,300 in fixed costs. Subtract $21,300 from your $43,723 total income and you have $22,400 left over for everything else. That's $430 per week of discretionary money.
A bloke I'll call Noel from Launceston is in exactly this position. 69 years old, $247,000 in super, full pension, owns his house. He told me that $430 a week of flexible spending feels like more than enough. He eats out once a week at the local pub, takes a road trip to Queensland once a year, buys his grandkids Christmas presents, has a beer at the bowls club on a Friday. Noel isn't stressed about money, not because he's rich, because his fixed costs are low and his needs are simple.
Here's where the honest part comes in, because I promised you honesty, not comfort. $250,000 in super drawdown doesn't last forever. At $12,500 per year with 5% investment returns, your $250,000 lasts approximately 28 years. You'd need to be drawing from it until you're 95 before it runs out. But here's the real maths. Your drawing rate isn't fixed. As your super drops, your age pension actually goes up, because every dollar less in super means slightly less on the assets test, which means a slightly higher pension entitlement. By the time your super reaches $100,000, your pension is still the full amount, because you're well under the $321,500 threshold. And eventually, if your super depletes to zero, the full pension covers $31,223 per year, plus the card. You don't fall off a cliff. The Australian retirement system was designed with exactly this in mind. The pension exists precisely because most people won't retire with $630,000 in super. It's the floor. And at $250,000 in super, your floor is solid. But I want to be honest about what $250,000 doesn't give you, because nobody else will tell you this. It doesn't give you international travel, not regularly. A $4,000 return flight to Europe, plus accommodation and spending money, is roughly 10% of your annual income. You could do it once every 3 to 4 years if you plan carefully, but it's not an annual option.
It doesn't give you a new car. If your car dies, replacing it with even a $15,000 second-hand car costs more than a full year of super drawdown. That's a conversation with your kids, or a dip into the super that pushes your drawdown rate up. It doesn't give you flexibility for big health events. A hip replacement in the public system is free but slow. In private, it's $5,000 to $10,000 out of pocket, even with insurance. One major health event can cost you a year or two of super drawdown. And it doesn't give you much room to help your kids financially. If your daughter needs $10,000 to fix a roof and you want to help, that's nearly a year of your super drawdown gone.
A woman named Pat from Townsville, 72, owns a home, $230,000 in super, said to me recently, "I'm not unhappy, but I think about money more than I expected to. Every unexpected expense is a decision." That's the honest truth of $250,000 in retirement. Not crisis, but not freedom either. It's careful. So, what can you actually do if you're heading toward $250,000? If you're still working, even part-time, every year of additional contributions matters more at this balance level than at any other. An extra $5,000 into super at 58 doesn't feel like much, but that $5,000 compounding at 6% for 9 years becomes $8,500 by 67, and it reduces how fast you draw down in retirement. If you're already 67 with $250, draw the minimum. Let the rest compound. The mandatory minimum at 65 to 74 is 5%. Don't draw more than you need. Every dollar left in super for an extra year grows tax-free.
And maximise every single concession. If you haven't already applied for the pensioner concession card, do it today. If you haven't applied for your state energy concession, do it today. If you don't have a seniors card from your state government, that's a separate card with a separate application and separate discounts. These aren't charity, they're your entitlements. So here's the honest truth about $250,000 in super. It gives you a full age pension, a concession card, and a comfortable enough life if you own your home and your expectations are realistic. It doesn't give you luxury or spontaneity. Every large expense requires thought. Every unplanned cost comes from somewhere specific. But here's what it also gives you that most people forget to mention: time. You're retired. You wake up without an alarm. You decide what Tuesday looks like. You have lunch with friends. You watch the grandkids play sport on a Wednesday.
No amount of money buys that. But $250,000 structured properly gives you the income to do it comfortably enough. Noel from Launceston told me he wouldn't trade places with his old boss, who's still working at 72 because he can't psychologically let go. Noel has $247,000. His boss has $1.4 million. Noel retired at 67. He thinks he won. Where is your super balance right now? Drop it in the comments. No judgment. And I'll tell you what it actually means. I'm the Retired Aussie. I'll see you in the next one.